Okay, so we're getting. Okay, spirits, leave the door open. Like, I don't know why I got self conscious about my window being open, but we're gonna just get into it because, I feel like there has been so many messages that were like really important for me to revisit, and it's super important that I come out and say that today, in this moment, right now, it matters that I stay connected and am here at this moment. So very proud of myself for getting to this space and this time, because let me tell you, the messages were coming in beautifully. I mean, you really can feel the Jupiter, Neptune, Piscean energy that really makes you feel how interconnected everything is, how much you really already do know. Like it's a really deeply psychic time because you open to your senses, you're open to what's flowing through your veins, I feel like, and you're just so much more open to experience a bigger range of what's really happening. And I think it was just so perfectly timed to be having this happen right now for the collective. But it's been so intimate and so personal. But right now, I am needing to speak. I am needing to proclaim what has foundationally been built at my root, and that is that I am and always have been exactly what. It's so funny because as I was looking down, I just saw my birth year printed on the back of this deck. But I am and always have been everything I'll ever be. And when I think about everything it took to become just a baby, right? Just an infant when at birth, right? Everything, all the moving parts, when I think about that, and then I think about how much potential is stored in that, in those cells, and in those microbes, and how much history and consciousness is available to me from that, I start to go down my path in life. And all the data that's stored in that third dimensional body is now shifting and changing and moving at every moment and vibrating. And so as that data is vibrating, it starts to grow and develop and expand and make new shapes. And so my body, my vessel grew and changed. And now I'm at this place where I feel how much I am fully ready, and I'm going to proclaim what's coming into me, and put this as a proclamation that I've really, that like what I'm about to taste is the type of thing that once you taste it, you will never revert back to the way that you were tasting your life, because this will have just been such a stark specificity in regards to what it feels like, that it is by default more aligned to a part of me that is permanently changed, I guess is the best way to say it. Intuition, the unseen in reverse, Willow. That's how it came out. So I'm gonna talk about it, right? I'm gonna talk about it because we need to. And I know that this deck is always something, but just because it doesn't have. Anyways, we're just gonna try to go quick, but here it is. Yeah, wow. Immediate message is, you may be overwhelmed with emotion right now, having trouble separating fantasy from reality. You need to push your roots down deep and perhaps push away from a situation in order to get your bearings and successfully find balance between the spiritual and mundane worlds. Remember, it is better off to bend in the wind like a willow than to try to be so rigid that you crack under pressure. And I feel like I really needed to hear that message. Something about the key, like, emotionally put it down, because I feel like at the root I really need to get honest, about how I wasn't ready previously. As in, I would really connect or overconnect with the reality that I just crack under pressure, and because I so deeply connected with that it was just always going to end that way. I never believed in the unseen, and I actually feel like it's funny that I've been reading and channeling for you guys, because I feel like right now Spirit is showing me how much of my intuition I actively ignored, because I feel like what's about to be revealed to me is going to be like, oh, Alexis, like everything around you is really just playing you, because until you realize who you are, and wake up to that, and wake up to the power. Like, stop feeling like you are defining it right now. You are the pace setter here. You are the artist. You're designing it. You're telling us what it is. And to feel that moment at this time, and to actually realize that I think I've been guided by my intuition this whole time, but I'm about to really see how much the proof is in the unseen. Is almost what I want to say. And it's not almost what I want to say, it's what I said, but it's like the unseen, it's the intuition, that's what's showing up, because that's the guidance, right? Like, sometimes we also need to realize that when we've asked Spirit to come forward and share the guidance, like, that's the best way for me to really process this energy, because it's like, follow your intuition even though they don't see it happening, even though they don't validate it. It's like intuition standing alone, is what I heard. Intuition standing alone. And I had this saved with the receipt, so we'll just read it. And it says, "You were made free from sin, and now you are slaves to goodness. Most of my life, I've been a closet slob. I was slow to see the logic of neatness. Why make up a bed if you're going to sleep in it again tonight? Does it make sense to wash dishes after only one meal? Isn't it easier to leave your clothes on the floor at the foot of your bed so they'll be there when you get up and put them on? Then I got married. I enrolled in a 12-step program for slobs. My name is Max. I hate the vacuum. A physical therapist helped me rediscover the muscles used for hanging shirts and placing toilet paper on the holder. My nose was reintroduced to the fragrance of Pine Sol. Then came the moment of truth. Denelin went out of town for a week. I'm assuming that's their partner. Initially, I reverted to the old man. I figured I'd be a slob for 6 days and clean out on the 7th, but something strange happened. A curious discomfort. I couldn't relax with 30 dishes in the sink. What had happened to me? Simple. I'd been exposed to a higher standard. Isn't that what has happened with us? Before Christ, our lives were out of control, sloppy, and indulgent. We didn't even know we were slobs until we met him. Suddenly, we find ourselves wanting to do good. Go back to the old mess? Are you kidding? And, okay, that's so funny that was the message, because I said something's going to come in that is going to, like, you think you've seen your intuition, but you have no idea how intuitive the outcome is about to be. Like, it's like, no, your dreams as a child are actually exactly what the story is supposed to be. So for some of us who have actually been doing this work to, like, follow that, like, mouse trail from the divine, we're getting to the place where, like, oh shit, this is the fridge. We have access to the fridge now. Endless food. So the mice, like, because we followed the breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs that was saying, like, if you actually believe, if you actually thought about it, like, it's real. Like, kids have the vision, right? Like, why else do you see, like, I don't know, something overly exaggerated, like a child star, like a child who's just like, I'm gonna sing, right? And it's like a child just singing all the time, and then they grow up to be like, I don't know, Aretha Franklin, right? It's like that level of, like, interconnectedness, that level. And then I just had a conversation with Dennis about how the conversation that the elders are having with the youths is essential, because that bond, there's been a war on our youth and our elderly, and towards each other. It's not even just like some objective thing. Like, no, I mean, our relationship right now is, we can get into the formalities of how the structure's got to look or be, or, whatever. But at the end of the day, we have to recognize that, look, as the student, I can understand, teacher, that you have things that I need to learn. But as the teacher, you also need to understand that you went to college a long ass time ago. There are so many things that have been recreated since this curricula was established, was stamped as history. Ooh, you better come through and channel, Spirit. So who's going to fill in the gap? That's my lifetime. Who's going to fill in the gap to show you how much the curricula's changed? How much we're not doing and saying and wearing the same things anymore. Don't you know? And you, as the elder, don't have that knowledge. That's not your bag. So we're having this conversation right now where we need to respect and understand that, yes, because we're always evolving, it's easy for the youth to not think they need the elderly. It's like it's outdated. It's done. Because that's the way the mentality works. Like, it really wasn't rooted in a hate for older energy, but it was a hate for, it was ourselves reacting to the truth that we lose. Moments go, time will never repeat, technically, if you're observing time. And so it's our way of throwing a tantrum about that, you know, of saying, well, if every moment just changes and nothing's ever the same and I don't get it back, then I don't really care about being old. I don't really care about the knowledge of the elderly. I don't care about the past. It's our generation, right? So we're not only about to be revealed something so extraordinarily massive in regards to our intuition. I feel like it's like a feeling, like, I'm gonna just project to you what I'm seeing in my third eye, but it's like, I'm really, 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 really famous. Really, and not famous amongst for entertaining. That's what's so funny. Because I think a lot of times people say, like, well, what is fame? Like, what is this and that? Like, we want to normalize our future. So the things that are going to now be popular, that will be healthy for us as a community, are these future thinkers. These people who can get out in front of an experience and talk at you what is the connector between that point A and point B, right? And so to me, it's so imperative right now, because that's how fame is translated. It's not going backwards, right? It's not fitting back into the old world. It's a different vibe, you know. It's a lot clearer. It's person to person transmission, you know. It's like, if I want you to vote yes for me, you know, to be in your life, I would have to be that person that makes that proposal, stands in that value, and you got the consent and confirmation for me. That matters, you know? It super matters. So, I don't know, it's just important. It's important, like, so I'm seeing that, right? Back to the point of this. And it's crazy because it's gonna feel like I said this. It's like I've been saying this my whole life. It feels like the way it would feel if you just knew, you know? That you'd be here in this moment with this level of freedom. And that thing kept you going, kept you optimistic, kept you alive. It's that owl. But I think what you don't realize is, like, when you look away from where the owl brought you to, like, you've been following just this wisdom, this owl, this knowledge, this truth internally, and it brought you somewhere, and now it's like Spirit is showing me, like, wipe your eyes, and you look around and you're like, holy cow, you know? Holy cow. I was thinking that the whole point was just following the owl, that you're just always going to be following the truth, right? No, but it's about where the truth brings you. It's about where the truth brought you, people. Because you're not just following God because of just the sheer need to do that. You're doing it because God's bringing you somewhere. And everything is so synchronistic and everything is well. And I'm having to go into my heart chakra and allow myself to receive this. To really receive this. And I love that I'm going to use this deck now. Because why not, you know? Spirit, show me the guidance. And we're just going to take each one as individual energies, individual messages, and we'll do a clarifier with the Wheel of Change deck, which I think it'll be a beautiful storytelling. But yeah. Wow. Creating a new world, getting taken to, it's really in the heart space though. I'm in like all green because it's just like yesterday was 47, and for those who don't know, 47. We really, really resonate with that energy, that union. So let's go with that first card out. Oh, I feel it in my heart chakra, dude. It's like, I just heard this gave me like the kind of energy like when you remember when you used to have like a function that you were on your way to, and the feeling of just like, I'm headed to the function. Hey, what's up? Like just pulling up. Like there's such an accountability. There's such an emotional fullness. Like there's such a confidence that comes with feeling like this. Knight of Cups. Oh, it's the Knight. It's not. I said the Knight of Cups. It's the Knave of Cups. Yes, the Knave of Cups. Unless I'm tripping, let me see. Almost positive. Yeah, it's the Knave of Cups. It's the Knave of Cups. So this is the Page of Cups. And he's standing. It's like, oh, it's... We're going to clarify. This Page of Cups is like pulled up, fully accounted for, but it's also a message. We have something for you. That's what I heard. What's the message? This page took the time they needed to connect with, to find the star that's been leading them, that's guiding them. That's what I heard this knave say. It's like standing up to say, like, I had to figure out, like, there was the end of a cycle. It's the movements, it's the planets. It was always on a cycle. Like, it was like this event, the time it took for them to realize who was lighting up the sky, to find out who is it. Having to reground is what this is telling me. You need to get grounded. This Page of Cups needed to get grounded in order to come back and offer this. Because this is how you were looking, collective. Like, I'm vulnerable. I'm vulnerable. I'm about to get eaten up any second. You come in, and in comes this Page of Cups. Right? And we know it's a Page of Cups because he's running fast. Like his horse, he can't control it, so he's not mature enough to be a knight. Yeah. And this Page of Cups has to do with your money earning abilities. Page of Cups, a new opportunity. It's coming with a financial new opportunity. Wow. 6 of Cups. It's like there's just this storm that was created, you know? It's storming, right? There's a storm happening. And look, this is me right now, because I'm really thinking about a work situation for me, but it's 8 of Swords, and it's like I'm at my desk and handling these members, but my situation right now is like I'm battling demons. Like, what you don't know is like, hi, this is Alexis. Thanks for reaching out. Like, that's how I'm responding to people right now at work. But at the same time, bro, I'm fighting off the demons, like, internally. Like, that's what's happening. And they see that vulnerability. Collective, they see your vulnerability. They see that they left you open, and they're gonna kind of clumsily have to rush to figure out what... It's like Spirit saved their ass, too, right? Yep, here comes the Knight of Pentacles, and here they come. Fast. Here they come, 4 of Wands, offering the union to reunite. Wow. What they come in with will put you on that independence, the freedom. The 9 of Discs, the Knight of Discs. You will have the 10 of Pentacles. Like, look. You're that close to independence. And this Knight of Pentacles is coming to shower that. Don't even be confused. Don't even trip about it. Don't even literally trip. I saw 20 minutes is what we've been recording for, but Judgment Day. Yeah, there's like a Judgment Day energy. I mean, it makes sense given that it's the Tower. Am I tripping off that? 10. Yeah, Tower, 16. The next card we got, 6 of Cups again. Soul Tribe, finally being amongst. It's like once you receive this, you jump right into community living, like literally. 7 of Swords, 2 of Cups. Yep. This is almost like, what's the password to get in? Like, this 2 of Cups took inscription. It's something, it's almost, I'm getting like speaking in tongues, like these connections. They're not only your 2 of Swords, but it's like deception energy is trying to get you to not believe that this is on the way. There's all this deception because it's hard to encode. It's hard to know. It was hard. It took a lot of work. But there's victory, collective. I'm like prophesying for myself, but there is victory because it took time, but there is victory. Once you transcribe it, bro, you know exactly who this past life energy really is. Justice. Everything changes. The balance. I feel it. I have to speak this message and publish it because the balance is like literally coming in. Like justice is shooting at you. It's shooting at you. Justice is shooting its arrow right on your situation. You have favor. You have nothing to worry about. You're being evaluated. It's moving fast. Exactly. The Hangman. Justice is going to... I heard my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute. Sorry, maybe that's triggering because it's funny that song probably doesn't hit the same anymore. Anyways, that doesn't matter. But that's what I heard, the lyrics. Like, my life got flipped, turned upside down. When justice strikes, it's like, grabbed you by the ankles. Like, this is what I mean. This is that moment where that intuition is coming in, and it's like, it's through your veins. It's so visceral. It's so crazy. It's going to be crazy stuff. Like your wildest dreams coming true, being revealed. It's the full moon. So maybe that's when that is. When, oh my God, this is the Libra full moon. This is the card that came out. Justice, full moon. The Libra full moon this month is on, I want to say the 19th, but let's double freaking check. Bitch, it's on the 16th. It's on the 16th. Oh, that's perfect. And there's so many things that I lined up, but don't worry because on the Libra full moon, your world is about to get flipped upside down. Let's talk about it. There it is. Because this isn't just the High Priestess confirming what I just said. This is the High Priestess flying out to quite literally say, you're going to be situated, like your High Priestess is who you are. You are famous for your High Priestess. Everything you see is coming to pass because you have what? God's strength. Everything you see is coming to pass. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck. Everything you see is coming to pass. Are you kidding me? Strength again. The Emperor. The 6 of Wands. Your masculine has been pulling the weight, gaining its strength to go out, to innovate, to show, to shine, to show the perfectly oiled machine. It's like this strength transforms you. You're going to, because of this, you do this, and this is what you get to do at work now. Innovate. When this Emperor wins, because of their strength. That's what's going to happen here for you, Alexis, and everyone watching. Right? Because remember, I channel for myself. I really do. Like, I really, really do. 7 of Discs reversed. Investment in reverse. Chariot, the devil. Oh, shit. Okay. So I have to just air something out right now. But let's just say in my personal life, there was something that I'm a part of that did not invest in a vision that I had. And it sent this other energy that is also really close to me on this path of healing. Like incoming news of a non-investment to this devil energy, which highlighted this was a wound towards the inner child. So that wound of that wounded inner child needed to address and heal through that trigger in any way at some point in its life, but also that lack of investment also really redefined the purpose that I really live in and embody. And so now it's like 4 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. It's like this is how they expected you to be, 2 of Pentacles, wild, juvenile about it, but instead you were 4 of Wands. You were already in union about it. You were already cool, calm, and collected about it. The Fool. The Empress. It's because you were cultivating. You knew how to grow this. You knew how to grow this. You knew that a lack of investment. The Empress, because you believe in what you have. For the first time, you finally actually fucking believe in what you have, which is this, bro. The Lovers. It's the 6th year. This is the year. It doesn't matter because in comes the communication at the end of the day. They feel like they're going to have to run on clouds. It's like, it's mission impossible, really. That's what you sent, that sent them on. That sent them on a, it's that same Prince of Discs. Coming up, thinking about it, reflecting on it, the decisions you didn't make. I hope it was enough. Wondering, is this going to be enough? The Lovers, oh my God, the Lovers and the Ace of Wands. I hope that this new beginning is enough to mend the bridge. And it will be. It will be. Because you're open and receptive. And what they did for you was sent you to heal. No combat. We're not choosing combat. We know what this is. When it comes to you, you know how to handle it. We didn't choose combat. And because you didn't choose combat, you end up as the Queen of Discs. That was what was on the line. 8 of Swords. Yeah. Knight of Wands in reverse. This is Knight of Wands in reverse. Has to do with 7 of Discs. Defending your value. Not changing you. Not changing you in order to know that you are worth the investment. To not change position. You know what you can bring in. We need that to come alive. We need it to be activated. You're ready to look at, you have to fight your fears though about it, right? You have to fight your fears about it. The devil. Something about how your high priestess is got this issue, this discrepancy with this 5 of discs. Let me see if she can clarify justice. Yeah, that was associated with karma. There's karma for that. 4 of discs. It's the truth. The truth will. Didn't maybe see that. It's the Hermit after the Devil. Alright, we'll wrap here because I keep going. And the Lovers. But being right back brought to the edge with the Star. Where they should have always been.
I don't know, I just felt like that was just like a silent, I don't know where we were getting. But we're at 30 minutes. I want to wrap with some like really affirming, clear messaging. I don't know, sometimes I just read these messages and I don't know how they're gonna
really translate, you know what I mean? So we'll see, but let's end with a message from the Bestiary Illustrated Work Owl. Bailey just got up. I feel like Spirit. We'll be not talking about the bar now, and I was gonna give Bailey a cameo, so I feel like I should because she's looking regal. Bailey, say hey.
Bailey.
She's focused. Anyways. The final guidance. Listen for Spirit. I just saw 33:11. Told you the hour. Remember forgetting, right? We talked about this. Bro, I told you this intuition, when it gets revealed, you weren't just following this out, it was taking you somewhere. The portal through your heart chakra, the 47, what happened yesterday, this is what's coming in. This owl is coming in. Listen for it. Look at it. He's coming in. Do you hear that? On a dark moon night, Barn Owl swoops low over the fields. Her wing beats not only are nearly silent, but create a wake of quietude, a vortex of otherness. Crossing her path feels like crossing over into elsewhere. And so, Barn Owl has long been a messenger between the worlds, bringing word from the realm of spirit and ghosts. Barn Owl hunts even on the darkest night, her ears picking up the small chattering of mice and the soft sound of grass brushing against a rabbit's skin. And I told you, I feel like I need to show Bailey because she was like getting distracted by a sound she heard and she wouldn't move her head. She was like, and I was like, Bailey, and she would, right? All spirits being so synchronistic right now. Or maybe she simply senses their souls as they go about their nightly business. Close your eyes. Barn owl whispers, and open your ears to the sound of spirit. And I feel like this idea of listening to spirit, like those of us who have been really listening to spirit are about to come into this moment where you remember everything you forgot because you get it all. Jeez, dude, jeez. I'm gonna just do one angel message because these cards are super interesting, so I just asked the spirit give guidance. But I told you that owl that you were following brought you somewhere. Now just listen. They're here right now. This is, I don't know, this message I feel like is gonna be for just such a certain time. And I was just thinking I need some reassurance. You guys can obviously tell, like, Daria's slowly penetrated my life and I need to recover, so it's fine. Angel reassurance. The thoughts and actions of angels are not limited by time and space. Angels are not tied to our three-dimensional reality. They have no concept of time and space moving freely between our world and theirs. An angel's movement is as quick as a thought. The great archangels can be in several places at any given time. Don't be afraid that your personal dilemma is too insignificant to lay before an archangel, or that you will not be heard. There are major catastrophes in the world, and these need great shifts of understanding and human intervention. These are overseen by archangels at every given moment, but so are you. The archangels can do both. The energetic, loving energy they emit is beyond our human understanding. A true request for the right reasons is never too simple nor too small to be heard by the angels. You are loved and important. Never forget that. And I guess I really am just going to put up right now in this video that I really want the angels to come and reveal themselves and to help me feel more sure, because I don't deserve to go into this completely in a way that might end in like just really put me further back, because I have really been taking so much time. So I think that the angels often really want to help us, and they really want to like show you that they're around, and that while all the things that can go on in the world are going on, you also are heard intimately and responded to with a yes and here we are. And so after this video, really look at how God comes and just reassures exactly what you're fearful of, whatever you think might be a lapse moment, because you're so close, right? Because you're about to get the owl's visiting you, and you're trying to figure out, like, is this owl being for real, or am I about to get my feelings hurt? And the angels have blown their horn. They're blowing the horn right now to reassure you that, like, there's an obvious synchronicity that's coming your way to confirm that you are safe to move forward and never look back. And that's where we're going to end it at 38:08. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.